Good morning, everyone. I am Teacher Jarrett, and today we are going to be talking about folk tales. In fact, this whole week we will be talking about folk tales. Okay? So does anyone know what a folk tale is? That's our essential question this week. So a folk tale is a story that is usually fictional, and it teaches us a story, or teaches us a lesson in the story, okay? So if we look at this picture here, we can see these girls who are dressed up as animals, and we can see a big bad wolf, and we can see a little boy who's pretending to be strong against the wolf, right? Yeah. So it looks like they're talking about a story where there's some girls or maybe animals that are being protected by a man from the big bad wolf, right? So that's story time. Now talk about it. What are these children acting out? So we just talked about that. This is some folktale, and maybe it has a lesson that men should protect younger animals, or there's bad people and they want to hurt good people, but some people have to be strong. I don't know, but it's some sort of folktale that they're acting out. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Okay, today, because it's the first day, we will be learning new words. Okay, so now let's start with our first new word. The first new word is any. Any is a word that is used in a question to see if the person has what you are looking for. So we can see in this picture, the little boy is at the library, right? We can see all the books, and he's asking the librarian, do you have any fairy tales? So he's asking the librarian if she has what he is looking for, right? He's looking for fairy tale books, and so he's asking the librarian if she has any, right? Yeah. So another example of a sentence using any is, do you have, does the store have any watermelons, right? So if you're looking for watermelons, you can ask, does the store have any watermelons, right? And that's asking a question to see if they have what you're looking for. Now let's go to the next word. From. From is a word that shows where something comes out of. So, for example, from. Graham read to us from her book. So it shows that what she is reading comes out of her book. Okay? You can also say, I am from the United States. So that means I come out of the United States, right? I'm from the United States. Maybe you are from China, or you are from the United States too, okay? Or maybe a different place. Now let's go to our next word. I'll make a box over here so that we have enough room. Okay, our next word is happy. So happy. Happy means to be enjoying what you are doing. So enjoy means to have a good time, right? So if you're happy, that means you are enjoying what you are doing, okay? So we can see here, the sentence they give is, I am happy to be in the play. So that means the little boy is enjoying himself in the play, right? Or the little girl is enjoying herself in the play. So another sentence we can use is, I am happy to play with my friends, right? So that means you are happy to play with your friends, okay? Can you think of any other time you might be happy? If you have an idea, raise your hand. Oh, I want you to tell me. I'm listening. Oh, yes, that is a good example. You are happy when you are reading a book, right? So maybe you're happy when you are reading a book. Very good. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Oh, here's more words. Okay, I will erase this. And now we can go to the next word. Once. Once is a word that tells us something happened one time. So in this example, it says, once upon a time there was a queen. So once means that one time, for this story that the person is telling, one time there was a queen. And usually after the sentence, they explain more about that queen. So once upon a time there was a queen. Maybe the next sentence would be, she was very beautiful and lived in Europe, right? So once means it tells us about something that happened one time. So we can say, once when I was little, my parents moved from Chicago to New York. So that means when you were little, or when I was little, my parents, one time, moved from Chicago to New York City, okay? So it only happened once. They didn't move many, many times. They only moved one time from Chicago to New York City, okay? Let's do our next word now. So. So is a word that can tell us, that word that can mean the same as very. Okay, so we can see in this sentence, that story is so funny. Okay, so that means the story is very funny. Okay, so what you can say as an example of a sentence is, I am so hungry, right? Or you can say, I am so tired. Okay, so instead of, you could also say, I am very hungry. Or you could say, I am very tired. Okay, so the word so is a word to put emphasis on the word that comes after it. So if you are so hungry, that means you're, oh, so hungry, right? Or if you are so tired, that means you're, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I just want to sleep. Okay, good. Now let's go to the next word. The next word is upon. U-P-O-N. Upon. Upon is a word to describe something that happened in the past. So the sentence they use is, once upon a time there was a king. So we learned the word once already, right? So one time, and then the word upon means in the past. So one time in the past, not right now, not the future, but in the past, usually once upon a time means a long, long, long time ago, okay? Maybe 150 years or 300 years ago, okay? So we can say, once upon a time there was a princess, right? So we can say there was a princess. So once upon a time there was a king. Once upon a time there was a princess. Okay? Okay. So those are all of our words for today in this section. So when we read our stories this week, we are going to see these words. Okay? So when we do, we're going to know exactly what they mean, right? Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to our next page. Let me erase this. Okay. Yay! Today we are going to learn more phonics and fluency. So today we are going to learn the soft C and soft G, okay? The letter C can make the soft C sound you hear in race, okay? The letters G and DGE can make the soft G sound you hear in age and edge, okay? So when we say race, it kind of sounds like an S, but it's a soft C, all right? Race. And for G and DGE, it's J, age, edge, okay? So I will read these words 2 times, and then you can practice, okay? You can practice. So first, face, nice, page, pledge, place, slices, cage, fudge, space, sense, stage, gem. Okay, I'll read it one more time now. Face, nice, page, pledge, place, slices, cage, fudge, space, sense, stage, gem. Okay? Okay. Now, the thing we need to be careful of is if we see a C at the beginning, it could be a K sound, like cage, or it could be a S sound, like sense, okay? So, we just need to make sure when we read the words to pay attention. If it's a CE sound, it's probably a soft C, so it's probably a S sound. If it's a CA sound, it's probably a hard C, so that's a K sound. So cage or cattle or catch, right? Yeah, okay. So let's go to the next page. Okay, Madge eats a big slice of fudge. Jen likes to sing on a stage. Okay, so your turn. Look for these words with soft C and soft G in the nice mitten. That's a story we're going to read later this week, okay? Okay, so I will read these words. Nice, mice, hedgehog, lance, place, space, edge, raced, trace. Okay, so we can see the C-E sound is usually the soft C. Okay, I will read it one more time so you can listen again. Nice, mice, hedgehog, lance, place, space, edge, raced, trace. Okay, did you get that? If you got it, raise your hand. Oh, okay, you got it. Good job. Now, we are going to learn more new words. Yay! Okay, so I will erase this. And we can move this over here. Okay, and I will make this bigger. Okay, so first we will learn the word eventually. Okay, eventually. Eventually is spelled E-V-E-N-T-U-A-L-L-Y. And the word eventually means that eventually describes something that might take a long time to happen, but will happen. Something that might take a long time to happen. Might take a long time to happen. Okay, so we can see here in this picture, we can say the baby eventually learned how to walk, right? So when the baby was born, the baby couldn't walk. And then the baby could crawl, and then after a long time, maybe 2 years or 3 years, the baby was able to walk, right? Yeah. So let's use another example. We'll use you for an example. Eventually, you will graduate from high school and go to college, right? So eventually, you will graduate from high school and go to college. So that's something that might take a long time, right? Because maybe right now you are only 6, or maybe you are 7, right? So eventually, though, you will go to high school, you will go to college. So that's what eventually means, okay? Okay, let's go to the next word. The next word is foolish. Okay, so foolish, I'll spell it first. Foolish, F-O-O-L-I-S-H. Foolish means silly or goofy. It sometimes means not smart. Okay, so foolish means silly or goofy. It sometimes means not smart. So for example, we can see on this picture, there is a silly clock, right? It's a clock with just a chicken on it, right? So it's a clock with a chicken on it, right? But what we can see is that it's a picture of a little girl who looks like she's waking up, right? Because she's yawning, she's waking up, and it's already it's after 7 o'clock. And usually, little girls like her have to go to school by 7:30. So that means she forgot to set her alarm clock, right? So we can say it was the little girl was foolish for not setting her alarm clock, right? Yeah. So let's see, what's another example we can think of for foolish? I have an idea. The little boy was foolish for going out into the rain without an umbrella, right? When you go outside and it's raining, you have to take an umbrella, right? Or else you get so wet. And if you get wet, you might get sick. So if a little boy goes out in the rain without an umbrella, we can say that he's foolish, right? Yeah. So maybe if you run out in the rain without an umbrella, your mother or father will call you foolish. Don't do that. Make sure you take an umbrella and make sure you set your alarm clock. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the next word. Oh, we have another word, and that word is hero. So let's see. Hero is spelled H-E-R-O. A hero is a person who is brave and good. So this is a firefighter, right? Can anyone tell me what he's doing? If you know, raise your hand. Okay, I want you to tell me. Yes, he's fighting a fire, right? We can see the fire and he's shooting water out, right? So we can say that a firefighter is a hero because they go to dangerous places to save people and put out fires, right? So a firefighter is a hero because they go to dangerous places to save people and put out fires, right? If you're brave, it means you do something that's hard or something that's dangerous. So this guy or girl is a hero because they are helping people and they are in danger because the fire is so hot and they could get hurt, right? So let's see what another story. Who is a hero for you? If you have an idea, raise your hand. Oh, I want you to tell me. Oh, that's very good. Your mother and father are your hero. Are your heroes. That's good. Your mother and father are so brave and good and they take care of you, right? And they work hard at their jobs so that you can have food and study and learn, right? Let's see, who else is a hero? Maybe we can say that Superman is a hero, right? Because Superman is very strong, but he always tries to help people if they're in danger, right? So maybe he'll go and save people from a building or from a fire. So we can call him a hero too. He's fictional though, right? So he's in stories. The firefighter and your mother and father are real life heroes. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's go to the next page. A tail. Okay. So a tail is spelled T-A-L-E. And a tale is a story that is imaginary, that is made up, and is usually so incredible. So a tale is usually a story that's made up, so it's usually not real, and it's usually very incredible. Usually something inside in it happens that's so awesome. So we're going to read some stories later this week that are tales. So we can say here, though, we can say the teacher is telling the students, is reading a tale to the students, and they like it very much, right? Or we can say, for an example sentence, we can say, I like reading tales because it helps my imagination and gets me very excited, right? So I like reading tales because it helps my imagination and gets me very excited. So for example, if you read a lot of stories about heroes or kings or queens, maybe you'll get very excited and then you want to become a hero, right? And you can do so many good things with your hands. You can help people. You can teach your brother and your sister how to be good children. You can help people who are hungry, right? All of those people that do those things are heroes because they're brave and they're helping someone, right? They're good people. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Oh, and this is our last word for today. So the word is timid, T-I-M-I-D. So timid is a word to describe someone who is shy. Okay, so the boy is timid, so he doesn't know if he should knock on the door. So the boy is timid, so he doesn't know if he should knock on the door, right? So maybe he's shy and he's too shy to knock on the door and talk to the person or talk to his friend who's in this house, right? So he's thinking and should I knock or should I not knock? So he goes to knock, oh, no. Or he goes, knock, knock, knock. Because he's so shy, right? So if the boy was not shy, he would go knock, 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 knock. But because he is timid, he goes knock, knock, right? So if you're timid for certain things, it's okay. You can just take some time to practice or do those things more often, right? So for example, some children are timid when they speak English, right? So maybe when you speak English, you're learning with me, right? So when you learn with me, you can speak and speak and talk, right? We read and then you read. But maybe if you met me in real life, in person, maybe you'd be shy, right? You'd be so shy or timid. But it's okay. You're just nervous. So just when you have opportunities to speak English to people, make sure you are not timid, okay? Don't be nervous. You are doing so good. and you're learning so much English. You can speak and talk and ask questions all in English, okay? So we can say together, I will not be timid when I am speaking English. Okay? So let's say this together now. Ready? I'm listening. I will not be timid when I am speaking English. Okay? Good. Now what I want you to try to do today is if you're with your mother and father and you see someone who speaks English, go and say, hi, my name is Teacher Jarrett. You say your name. And I am learning English. And then say, what is your name? Okay? If you can find someone like that today, you should try to speak some English with them, okay? Good. Well, that is all of our lesson for today. So it's time for me to say bye-bye, okay? And I will see you next time. All right? We're going to have a lot of fun learning about folk tales and talking about stories this week. So I am so excited to see you again. Okay? All right, bye-bye.